We're recording, so whenever you're ready to.
Ready?
Yeah.
I just had to do a snapshot. Okay. The lighting and the focus is right.
Yep.
Phone's on silent.
Yep.
Oh,
Mics are on. Mics are in place.
Mm-hmm.
So are you gonna narrate, or did you already ask her zodiac and all that?
No, that's gonna be you. Let me just sit down here and I did not ask about the zodiac.
Okay. But you asked her like who she was, what's her name?
I didn't start with that. That's remember we said in the car. I was gonna let you do that.
Oh, okay. So everything, all the cameras are recording?
Yep.
Okay. Let me make sure my mom will look good in there. You can take off your glasses or leave them on.
I take them, and then I'll put them on.
It looks better off.
It's better on.
So who are you?
My name is Sylvia Prince. I am Ollie's mother.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
And what's your zodiac sign?
I am a Taurus. My birthday is May 2nd, 1960. I will be 61 this year.
Okay,
Remember to give her a second after she speaks.
To her.
Before you speak. Thank you.
it's good to see you.
I love seeing you. I look forward to this moment.
Really?
Yes.
Gidget baby's here. Everyone's looking good. I don't know. What are those questions, Jared? Did you ask any of those questions on the list?
Some of them, you never send me questions to ask your mom.
Okay.
I have them on my phone.
He has that list, but those are just regular questions. Well, can you narrate a little bit?
Sure. Sure. So, I asked your mom, about the Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
When you first showed up. I asked about Chris. I asked who Alan is to her.
Mm-hmm.
Who Allie Cole is to her. And we talked about y'all's relationship, her time in and away, the difficulties, the good times, what love is.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Yeah, I mean, I think what would be good from an outsider's perspective, third party perspective, what would be good is for y'all to talk. Y'all have gone through moments of love, gone through moments of bumping heads, and y'all just haven't talked in a little while. Like talked.
Mm-hmm.
Talk.
Like have an adult conversation, more say.
Yeah, like have that talk. The things that you've wanted to say that you haven't, or things you wanted to ask and you haven't,
Mm-hmm.
that you thought about forever, say them. And same with her to you.
Is there anything you want to tell me that you haven't told me? As like, if you could give me any good advice, or like when you leave this world, anything that you would want me to remember, or like stand by, or like.
Yes, the things that, it's a couple of things that I will want you to remember.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm not here anymore, I'm gone to heaven, to the place where Jesus has prepared for me, and that I'm going to be preparing for you, is that I love you. One of the things that I struggle with is wondering, have you forgiven me for not being there?
Mm-hmm.
It's really important for my healing process, and maybe for yours as well, for me to know that you forgive me for not being there those 6 years that I was gone. Because when I left, you were only maybe close to 2, maybe a year and a half. And when I came back 6 years later, you didn't even know me. So we did not develop that bond that's so important in a mother and baby relationship. And I want you to know that I do love you with everything in me, but because of the illness that I have, the disease of alcohol and drugs, is the reason why I wasn't there. It was nothing you done. It's not your fault at all. But I would like to know, have you forgiven me for that?
I've forgiven you the best way I know how. I don't really know how to forgive. There's a lot of things that was kind of like, I guess the things you learn as a kid, you get taught, and I don't know how to do that. And I see it like every day in my life today. Like my ex-boyfriend right now, I don't forgive him. I don't know how to let go of things, which I've been going to therapy and like trying to learn how to let go. I've forgiven you. I haven't forgot. You know, like, I just feel like when you did come back, you should have been there more. It's just like more on me, more on just like me as a child, whether if I was gay or straight. I felt like I did get treated a little different by my brothers just because I was gay, because it's like different. And eventually I would get older and I would become an adult and I would be able to make my own decisions. But it just sucks that now like I am an adult and I'm here and like I have to face everyone who treated, like my family treated me bad as a gay male.
Do you think I treated you bad as a gay male? As my gay son?
I think you tried to accept it the best way you knew how, but I don't think it's something that you wanted for me. I know every mother wants their son to get married, have kids, ideal relationship, but I noticed in high school when you started like buying me girl clothes and stuff, it was like, okay, she's trying to accept me, but like Trapper didn't like it, Daryl was totally against it, everyone's against me, and y'all are my family.
But I wasn't against you. I took you shopping to buy girl clothes.
Yes, you did, but just like in other ways, you could have been there more. You know what I mean? And we could agree to disagree, but I feel like no matter if I was gay or straight, like I should have gotten the same attention as everyone else, which I feel like they got more. You know, Daryl got a lot more, maybe because y'all did have that bond that was created. And I didn't have that chance to grow that with you, you know? I feel like a lot of things were favoritism towards Daryl and Trapper because they had a bond and you left and then they had to make, you know, what they did and now it's like you owe them, but like you didn't know me. You didn't really owe me anything. You know, or does that make sense?
When you say I didn't owe you anything?
Like, I don't remember when I was younger, so I don't remember if you was there or not.
I wasn't there.
But like Daryl and Trapper remember, they were old enough to understand like mom's gone,
Yeah.
now she's back, versus me not ever.
Right. You didn't know me when I came back.
So maybe that's why I feel like treated a little different maybe. Cause like, I don't know, I just always thought everyone treated me different because I was gay. I was always soft, real like a girl. Daryl would call me sissy, punk. It was always looked bad on if you were that way versus, well, if you're that way, like, what can we do to motivate or encourage? Because now I'm an activist in my community and I help little kids who are going through what I went through and don't have it. And some families just don't know. You know, like, I don't know if you met any trans before me, like having me and what trans life is about, or...
No, you're my first real up close and personal relationship with, but I had a cousin who was transgender. Yeah.
And just everyone looks bad at, like, everyone has a bad idea of trans, or like it's weird, or it's different, or it's a freak, or it's strange, and it's like, in the beginning was kind of weird, you know? Mm-hmm. But like, look at me now. Like, it's like everything's a process, and I just wish y'all were there more. Like, I wish I had my family. Cause like I don't have anyone. I don't have no
You
one.
have me.
Yeah, I have
And we
you.
have our moments, which is expected.
Yeah.
Because you can be really hard on me. If I make a mistake in saying your pronoun right or your name, you just go in on me really hard. And that hurt me because it's very common for me to go through all 3 names before I say the right one.
Right.
Sometimes I get confused. I would never say miss, I would never use the wrong pronoun to hurt you intentionally.
Right.
It's a slip of a tongue. But then you'll come at me really hard and then it hurt my feeling.
And I apologize for that. And I wasn't the perfect child either. Like, I've done some fucked up stuff.
Yeah,
and I take
we
full
all
responsibility, and I'm
We all
sorry.
have.
But I just want things to get better. Like, I want to have, like, I see a lot of issues that me and you have. I'm using them on, like, in my personal relationships. You know, like, just like patterns, like reoccurring patterns. If that makes sense.
Can you give me an example?
I asked you when you told me, Alan Michael, fuck you, Alan Michael, Allie. I said, please do not contact me anymore. Remember that? I said I will stay away. And I asked you nicely to please just leave me alone. For a little bit, I was left alone, but then I got, like, you didn't call me on my birthday. You didn't call me on Chris's anniversary. But you did call me Christmas. And I asked you to leave me alone. I understand you're my mother, you call, that's great, I love it. But now with my relationship now, my boyfriend has asked me to leave him alone. And I can't leave him alone. You see the reoccurring,
Well, you and your boyfriend is one thing.
Right.
Me as your mother is another thing. Now, you were 5 or 6 when I returned and back into your life. And I came up to the grade school. Eventually, I fought for you, and I got you and Ladera. I was there for you through the rest of your grade school, middle school, and even all 4 years of high school. I was there. But now you did have some behaviors that I didn't agree with.
right.
As a teenager, and that's to be expected. And I gave you some ultimatums. You're going to do A or you're going to have to do B. Some of the things I could not accept, and I had to be hard on you. But you graduated high school. You're still here today.
And I want to say with this too,
I
like,
supported you with your first HIV test. I went with you.
you did. But I also do want to say this, when you say you were there, yes, you were there. I agree 100%. But you were not there. You understand what I mean? You worked Monday, you worked Tuesday, Wednesday, wait, let me finish. Wednesday through Sunday, 9 to 9. That was her schedule. Sometimes you come home 10 o'clock, 11, cook, go to Walmart. You're off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm at school. And when I am home, Wednesdays we're going to Prestonwood Church on Wednesday nights.
What's it Bible
And so it's like you were there, but you weren't involved with so much of me. You know, like 101, getting to know more of me, trying to navigate, like you weren't really hard on me like some parents are with schoolwork. You tried your best.
I did the best I
You could.
I was sober during that whole period.
Senior, yeah.
I was sober that whole period. I had you in soccer. I was there, but I had to work.
Right.
I don't make a lot of money, and I had to work to try to provide a decent place for us to live. That I did do.
Real quick, I'm gonna step out. I want y'all to have this conversation between y'all.
No, like we're good.
We're good. No,
Yeah.
you
I know y'all are
understand.
good. I just thought that maybe like it would allow y'all to get closer.
No, we're fine. Because we're almost finished.
Okay, I just wanted y'all to.
I forgot you were over there because I'm really into this conversation. I really want him to express, but I also want to be able to express how I truly feel.
Yeah. Cool. Good. All right. If
And
y'all
like when I
come
said
through-
I was gone for 6 years, I told you that.
Mhm.
You know, I didn't hide it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things I blame myself for.
Cool. I just want to make sure that y'all were comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm great. Cool.
Well, at this point, like, you're my mother. I love you regardless. If I can have you in my life, great. But I can't allow anyone to be in my life that can't respect me. Like, just a second ago, you said I want him to know. And I understand that was a simple mistake. You were just talking. I don't get on, like, when people do that, I can see it's just like they're talking. Like, that doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? It's more so of like, just like, I'm at the point now where, like, if I don't have anyone respecting me, like,
But I think you get confused.
no, I don't get confused.
No, okay, well, let me say this. I'm your mother.
I understand that.
I would never intentionally disrespect you.
You just said, fuck you, Alan, Michael, Allie, whatever your name
That's because
is.
of what you said to me.
I didn't
hurt
say
me.
anything that day.
Yes, you did. You said, just if you can't respect me, he said, you're disrespect. I kept the message.
I have them too.
You said you disrespected me by saying A, B, and C, and I was already. I'm going through a lot too as
Me
well.
too.
But
Everyone
for
is.
you to come down on me about a mispronoun or your name, and I'm a 61-year-old woman. Sometimes I forget. And for you to say, well, just stay out if you don't want me in your life, that hurt me. Because it's so easy for you to say, and I think it's so easy for you to say, well, if you don't want to be in my life, because you remember when I wasn't in your life.
Actually, that's not true. Actually, my therapist recommended that if I were, because usually when you respond or something, I go off, I snap. Shut the fuck up, this, that, and that. I didn't do that this time. My therapist told me, when your mother does something you do not like, you let them know. If you cannot do this and you cannot respect this, let me know so I don't come around and it won't happen again. I was trying to open the door.
Yeah, but I think
I know, but let me finish it. Let me finish. I was in a bad place around Thanksgiving. Everyone, it's a pandemic. Everybody's going through things. I just said, if you can't, I didn't want to come around if it was going to be disrespect or Alan and all that. And you could have said, no, I'll try harder, or I no disrespect, don't even take it that way. But it was like automatic, fuck you, Alan, Michael, Allie.
Yeah, because you.
But that's
you
wrong.
Off at me, and that's.
I didn't
wrong.
fly off.
That's not the first time you have dissed me like that, because I make a I don't do your pronoun right.
Because I feel like sometimes you call me Princess Allie when everything's good.
No, I'll say sometimes. How many names have I called her since I've been here, and everything is good? I went from Allie to Princess. That's just what I do. It's not. Oh,
and then like giving
good,
Sasha back with the whole social distancing thing, hooking Sasha up to the tree, and giving her back that whole like. It's just like I noticed we have a lot of like silliness, pettiness.
Okay, so something that I think is important for y'all both to do right now is take a couple deep breaths. Because I can see y'all both getting worked up. Whether you want to agree with me or not, I see it. And it's important for y'all to have a conversation.
I just know I've always tried to do the best I could be. I try to come for your birthdays. I try to come for holidays, Mother's Days, and I'll never see none of my brothers there. Never. But I'm always there, and it feels like I get treated the worst. They get treated the best, and they've done what they've done to you. But that's where they are. You understand? I've never done that.
Well, you're judging their relationship, and then when Daryl say things to me about you and Trapper, and then Trapper asks me things and say things about you and Daryl, so it's all three of you guys are.
I don't think they would have anything to say about me.
They have stuff to say.
Like what? Tell me something.
I'm not going to repeat it because it's not appropriate. I'm not going to repeat what they said. I can't tell you this. They always say they love you.
Wow, I never heard them tell me that really. No.
Yeah, but they do. They do love you. And they always ask, how are you doing? Every time I talk to Daryl, he asks, Mama, how's...
I called him on his birthday. He said thank you. I didn't get a call on my birthday. You know, it just be stuff like that.
Your dad is like that. Your dad never called his mother. Birthdays. I mean, some of that is just genetics. How they...
It's broken families. It's broken.
Well,
it's damaged.
99% of the people, 99% of the families are broken families. Or dysfunctional families. Sometimes people are dysfunctional. They pretend to be functional, and you never know. The only good thing about our family is that we're open and we talk about it, about the dysfunction. And we are very, very dysfunction in a lot of ways.
Well, I just want to be the best I can be. And like I said, I'm sorry for anything I've done in the past. I'm at the point now where I'm just focusing on me and having my box. I want to have my mom in my life. I will try on my end to do what I can do to make, stuff better. And hopefully you will too. And go from there.
Well, I want to be in your life.
And I want you to.
If I didn't, then I would have never came back into your life. Because I wanted to be in your life.
Mm.
And everything I've done to try to provide for you and little Daryl, I did. And we had some good, I had some good long sobriety at one time. That you were able, actually, you witnessed my sobriety.
Mm.
Because that's when I came back into your life. All the way until you graduated high school, and even after then.
And I wanted to give you a chip. Still never ever got to give you a chip.
And
Everyone.
you will. You'll get a chance.
Yeah.
If God will, you'll get a chance. I think you are unique and special in your own way. Just like I am. We have a lot of similarities. A lot of similarities.
Mm-hmm. And I want to thank you for doing this too, because hopefully we can help another family or another single mom or trans kid or whatever.
Yeah, and then to talk about you being a transgender, I asked you many nights. Can you remember how many times I used to wake you up and say, just tell me, have anybody touched you or bothered you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? And I would cry. Because a lot of times I feel like if I had never left, then I could have prevented some things from happening. Because I wasn't there, so I still hurt and blame myself. Because I feel like maybe when I think I'm God, things could have been different. But everything happens the way it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But I love you with all my heart. I pray for you every day, every night. I even pray for you, Princess, throughout the day. Sometimes I just say, Jesus, take care of my babies. And I stalk your Facebook. I might not talk to you, but I look every day to see if you posted. I call your phone just to make sure it's charged. Because I know you charged it.
Mm-hmm.
But I pray for God to protect you and take care of you. People ask me about my kids, because when I talk to clients, they say, well, how many kids you have? I said, 3 sons. I say, but my youngest is a transgender. I say, oh my God, let me show you the pictures. I show your pictures. I'm not ashamed of you. I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I get more people asking me questions. Well, how did you do this? How you deal with that? How did you know? What is it like? Blah, blah, blah. How many people have I helped along your journey? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I never, I'm not ashamed to go anywhere with you. When we did your first HIV test, what did I do? We parked the car and we walked.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit there with you. I've always supported you the best way I knew how.
And I've said that in the past, right, Jared?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were under 18, I had to be hard. You remember Halloween when you wanted to dress up like Snooki?
Yeah.
And I used my makeup and fixed you up and you looked so pretty. You remember that?
Yeah. With Anthony. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your ex-fiance, me and Chris we had some words, but I grew to love Chris. Because he loved you and he was good to you. But I had to let Chris know how I felt because he was so much older.
Right.
And you didn't tell me about Chris until 12/01 on your birthday, when you turned 18. And because of your lifestyle, I say you have 2 choices. You can go to college full-time, work part-time, go to college part-time, work full-time. But you gotta do that or you can't live here.
Right.
And I had to do that.
Mm. And I think I've said that too.
And you graduated on a Friday and you flew to New York on a Sunday.
I told you I was going that quick.
You know, but you know, I mean, and I know sometimes I show my love through financial assistance. I try to buy and give and give and buy. And I can't buy you guys love.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that for many years. I've tried, just to, and it has been brought to my attention. I can't keep doing that. That's not going to make y'all love me anymore or any less.
You're right.
You know what I think would be good for y'all right now? I think y'all should give each other a hug.
Yeah.
Like a 30-second, like really hug. All your daughters.
Because I pray for you all the time. You're my baby. And I fuss and cuss and get mad. But you know I love you, don't you? Don't you know that? Princess, don't you know that?
I know you love me, yeah.
I mean, but you know I love you regardless.
Yeah.
And I might not go along with everything you have done.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the behaviors. Because then I would be just going along to get along. I can't do that.
Right. It just fell.
I've chewed you up and spit you out a few times. I had to.
Yeah. But you can't swallow me up, Mabel
No,
said.
I can't. Yeah.
But yeah. Well, thank you for everything you've done. Even the tough love and everything. It's taught me how to be the person I am today. And I'm learning everything too, so just like bear with me. I'm learning who I am and like everything I'm going through, because I'm going through a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we can end it here.
Well, I love you, and I hope one day that you can tell me that you forgive me. And that would just give me some healing in my heart. Because I hurt. Because I hurt you by not being there. And if I could go back, I would never have left.
No, I forgive you. I do.
It hurt me so much that I left my kids. I didn't leave one or two. I left all three. So who do I love more? If I left all three. If there was a difference, I would have took one of them with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't. And who knows the pain and suffering they went through that they just haven't told me. So
Never
I have
thought
to
of
sleep
it.
with that every night. Every day. It hurts.
I never looked at it that way. I never thought about their pain. Yeah. Well, I do love you.
And I love you too so much. If I had another chance to redo my life, I would be there 24/7. I would still have to work. I still have to work because I don't make a lot of money.
All right.
But I like for y'all to have the things you want and everything you need.
Yeah.
How could you?
And that's a wrap. We're done.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Because Jared kept asking me for weeks, can we get this interview? I'm like, she's not going to want to do it. She's not going to want to do it.
And also,